don't know how they raised out there. I don't know why they make the decisions that they make. I don't know why they hustling backwards out there in Mississippi like that. All I know is Nolan Wells' parents made the worst mistake they could have ever made. They gave up that boy phone, knowing that it's information in there that could possibly incriminate him. There's no telling what they was going out there to Horn Island to do. A lot of exchanges. A lot of people trying to get paper. $1 billion heist. This could land them in jail. We don't know what Nolan had going on with them boys. They said his nickname was Boston George. I hope he wasn't doing what they tried to say he was doing on them boats. Moving in stuff back and forth, coming back and forth from Horn Island with Wyatt, Brad, Toby. Them boys was out there hustling, allegedly. And it's all in the phone. So once they thoroughly investigate this thing, Nolan's parents might have a RICO charge on them. Y'all stay tuned, man, because they should have never, ever, ever gave up Nolan's phone. And by no way am I trying to say that Nolan Wells was a criminal, but the way he went out was on some Scarface. Y'all remember the scene when they put old boy up in the helicopter and Tony took over? We got to get into this because it's getting deeper than we thought it would be. Now I could see why his parents didn't want to give up that phone. Now they got the NAACP involved, and you know they not going to do nothing but sell dinners in the name of Nolan Wells. Listen at this, y'all.
Is joining the legal team representing the family of the NAACP is joining the legal team representing the family of Nolan Wells. Wells is the 18-year-old who was found dead along the Mississippi Gulf Coast just last month. He traveled by boat with friends to an island, but he didn't return with the group. This actually happened on July 4th. The search groups found Wells' body 2 days later, and the investigation into his death continues. Joining us right now is Kristen Clark. She's the general counsel for the NAACP. Kristen, thank you so much for your time. So,
wait a minute, y'all. I know they not hating on my stream. They do this every time I go live, man. They don't want me to say what I got to say. Them bots be botting. They get mad when I start exposing the truth. The internet is against your boy no matter what I do. They always try to shut me down because I said that Nolan Wells' parents made the worst mistake they could have ever made. And this lady with the NAACP, she might not even like brothers for real. She might not even like black people for real. A lot of people saying that Nolan's father, he not right. Then there's rumors about his mother. They're claiming all day, every day that she's not right. And now that they got Nolan's phone, we're about to find out if he was all right. People put things in their phones that probably shouldn't be there. Now that they're doing their investigations, they might turn around and make him the criminal. Look at this, y'all.
The NAACP is joining the legal team representing the family of Nolan Wells. Wells is the 18-year-old who was found dead along the Mississippi Gulf Coast just last month. He traveled by boat with friends to an island, but he didn't return with the group. This actually happened on July 4th. The search groups found Wells' body 2 days later, and the investigation into his death continues. Joining us right now is Kristen Clark. She's the general counsel for the NAACP. Kristen, thank you so much for your time. So I'm curious what prompted your team to join this investigation.
Yeah, what a tragedy. Nolan Wells should be alive today and with his family celebrating his 19th birthday, which would have been tomorrow. The NAACP is our nation's oldest and largest civil rights organization, and we're proud to stand with this grieving family and stand with Ben Trump in the search for truth and transparency. This family that has...
Did this lady say Ben Trump? Because I know she ain't messed that man's name up like that.
Ben Trump in the search for...
She got Trump on the brain, y'all. I told y'all can't trust these sisters in the NAACP. She probably not even married to a black man, let's be real. And I ain't gonna go on in her. I ain't gonna go in on her too hard. I'ma let her have it. I'ma let her be. We got bigger fish to fry. We gonna get back to her, but I can't stomach it. Cause when the NAACP is involved, that mean that Black Lives Matter is involved. That mean that a whole bunch of people that really don't care about the black community is involved. That mean that black people is involved. Hold on, wait a minute.
Oh my goodness.
And whenever that happens, you know it's some big money involved, especially when people acting like they give a damn. Okay, listen at this, y'all.
I saw a headline a few weeks back that said Ben Crump and the family is going to allow the Jackson County Sheriff's Office access to Nolan's phone. You know what I never heard? I never heard him follow through with that. Our boys had no reason to do anything with Nolan's phone other than give it back to Christine and her friends later that night.
Just because somebody tells you the sky is blue does not mean the sky is blue. You do know that, right?
I'll tell you this. They were off the island at 4:30 p.m. and Nolan Wells was seen alive by multiple people at 6 p.m. still on the island.
I'm watching people like Don Lemon and others say things that are total lies that they wouldn't have to present if they would ask me, they would ask the lawyers, they would talk to other people that are involved in this, but they refuse to do it so they can push an agenda, in my opinion. They want these white boys to be wrong so bad that they're willing to overlook evidence. Let me ask you.
Now that's the man right there, whether y'all like it or not. This is his case. Officer Tatum run this motherfucker, man. Not Ben Crump, not Al Sharpton, not Christine and Eleanor Wells, not Nancy Grace, Don Lemon. This is the Officer Tatum show. He said they should have talked to him. When he reached out to Nolan Wells' parents, he said they should have picked up the phone. His platform is the only platform that matters when it comes to Nolan Wells. If they would have talked to Tatum, people would have been able to hear both sides of the story. He would have made them feel like animals in a zoo. But at least people would have heard their perspective. He the man, everybody gotta bow down, kiss his ass, whether they like it or not. Nolan Wells' friends already got on board. They know what time it is. Nolan parents gonna come back crawling. And Tatum gonna be standing there in the rain. And when his mother get close, on her knees, drenching wet, and Eleanor gonna be back there crying, screaming, muscles popping all out his neck. Baby! Baby! She gonna crawl in that house with her Tatum, and I don't even want to tell y'all what's gonna happen next. It's gonna be bad. They should have talked to that man when they had the chance. He the motherfucking man. Y'all don't like it. He know y'all don't like it. He know y'all mad. He know y'all don't want to hear nothing he got to say. But the truth of the matter is, if it wasn't for Officer Tatum, wouldn't be no Nolan Wells. That might be his daddy.
Oh my goodness.
If he wasn't his daddy then, he his daddy now. Because he got his fingerprints all over this case. Oh my God. And it's only going to get worse. Y'all got to listen at this.
The push for answers about what happened to Nolan Wells continues. Today, his parents sat down for a moderated discussion during the National Association of Black Journalists Convention in Atlanta. 16 WAPT's Brooklyn Joyner was there and has more from that discussion.
We're here at the National Association of Black Journalists Conference here in Atlanta, and we were able to get a firsthand account from Nolan Wells' parents of what it was like searching for the 18-year-old the day he went missing. He was found dead in the water near Horn Island after celebrating with friends on 4th of July, and now his parents are still searching for answers as to what happened to him.
They wanted the truth of what happened to their 18-year-old son, Nolan Wells, and they had concerns whether they were going to get a fair and impartial investigation. And from that day to this one, it has been the same objective: to have truth, transparency, and find out what happened to Nolan.
Wells' parents say that there was a lot of inconsistencies and the stories coming from friends Nolan was last seen with. In Atlanta, Brooklyn Joyner, 16 WAPT News.
Lord have mercy, man. Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy. And it's only getting worse. People thought this would be over by now, but it's just now getting started. Shout out to Nancy Grace. She been holding it down. She been doing what a lot of black bloggers ain't been doing. She been really looking for answers. Without the allegations and speculation, she been going hard. As for all the other YouTubers and bloggers like Willie D, I'm embarrassed. I'm ashamed that they actually doing what they doing on YouTube. Is disgusting. And I know they getting them big checks and everything, but they treating Nolan like he nothing but some food. And his parents celebrating the bloggers. They all on the BS. And that got people looking at them crazy. I'm just here to let y'all know they made a terrible mistake by agreeing to give up them phones. Nolan had connections. He wasn't hanging with no dusties in the streets. And best believe, in the country, them boys be into all different types of things, man. Let me tell y'all something real quick. And let me show y'all something real quick, man. Matter of fact, let's get this going. Because y'all need to feel me on this. It's only gonna take a second. Let me get this up for y'all. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel too. I'm gonna try to make this make sense. Okay, look. This all I'm trying to say. There's way more drugs in the suburbs than there is in the ghetto. They got access to way more narcotics than they have in the hood. So if they out there, don't say they ain't never seen no drugs. And I'm not saying they have. But keep an open mind here. Don't say they ain't never seen no work out there while they riding boats and they picking up Nolan and dropping him off. What was really going on out there? And 9 times out of 10, if it's a black guy hanging around, he the dude with the weed.
Oh my goodness.
And I ain't saying that. They said Nolan was a outstanding citizen. He got straight A's. He was on the football team. But I've been around them when they was playing hacky sack and stuff back in the day. You have no idea what goes on, what transactions be happening or whatever. So for him to be a part of their clique and for him to go out the way he went out, all I'm saying is it probably was something that went wrong. Could have been a bad deal, it was something bad. And the last time I checked, when somebody from the crew come up missing, either they was snitching or they did something they ain't had no business doing. They want to make it about Katie. But the white girl they was dealing with, that I think they was dealing with, ain't got 2 legs and ain't got 2 arms. The white girl I think they was arguing about probably came from Tijuana somewhere. But what do I know? All I know is that Nolan is no longer here, and that phone could have all different types of shit on that phone, man. But they're about to find out. But when they find out and they give it to the public, it's a possibility this could blow up in Black America's face. It probably would have been best if they would have just left it all alone. They could put it all on Nolan. He was the ringleader. It was either we take him out or Nino Brown was going to take us out. They could rearrange some sound bites from training day and put that on Nolan and have Bart like he Officer Hoyt or something. With this technology, they could do whatever they want with the information in that phone. So it's only a matter of time. All of the people that's invested, all of the people that did blogs, all of the people that been reading and doing research and following this case, if you black, it could possibly be your ass. Because when this hit the fan, it's going to have a whole lot of people looking bad. Listen, y'all.
Jail yet. I mean, we're not geniuses. Wyatt's on the phone with Cito in that clip. I mean, he's on the phone. Wouldn't you think that you would have seen Nolan on the bottom of on the floor or something, or scrambling around, or everybody in a pot, like in a small space on the boat looking at him or something. I mean, it's just so crazy to think that, why would we call SETO if we have a dead body on the boat? I mean, why would we call the Coast Guard? You know, why would we do the things we did if we know we killed somebody? And then another following up on that is, why aren't we in jail yet? I mean, we're not geniuses. There's no way we could have done a murder. I mean, there's no way we could have covered it up, especially out there with that many people. Go ahead.
I think, especially about the SETO call, I think people, regardless of who it is going to believe what they want to hear.
Since we're asking questions, I have a couple of my own. Did you know that when recounting memories, people often repeat the physical experience of that memory? For instance, if you live down the street, you may point toward the direction of your house.
Right.
If you remember seeing mountains to your right, you might place those mountains to the right when telling a friend about it later. And just one more question. What time did the SETO call happen? And what time was the picture taken? Because I thought you said you left at 4:30 because that's when you got the boat fixed. So wouldn't the SETO call have to have happened before that?
There's
And
nothing.
what's timestamp on that video?
But that's not our burden. See, that's the problem. You're putting this burden on us, all right? There's never been one
No,
piece of
you
evidence.
did that to yourself, Paul, when
No,
you
we
said,
didn't.
here's the boat that day and he's not on it. That may very well be true.
You can't get nothing past a black woman. Absolutely nothing. Talking about you ain't ate nothing but got balsamic vinaigrette all on your breath. You can't get nothing past a black woman. I don't give a damn what you trying to do. Talking about you ain't had a bubble guts, come in the room trailing that toilet paper on your shoe. They gonna figure it out. Black women been winning this whole case. From the audio, it took for a sister to break down the audio. From the lying people, black women, and then you got this chunky cookie baker lady coming in taking all the credit from the TikTok video she seen. Now she all on TikTok with the smiley face, regurgitating all the stuff that she heard these Nubian queens talking about. And if Nolan's mother was black,
Oh my goodness.
we wouldn't be going through all this Jerry Curl shit, man. I don't know if she's Samoan or whatever. She talking about the last time she talked to Nolan, he was on the FaceTime making spam sandwiches and all that. Ain't nobody ask her about that. She's so happy with her Pooh Bears. That ain't no black. If she was a black mama, she would have been said, ain't nobody got time for that. And at his funeral, she would have been crowd surfing in that crowd, crying, acting a motherfucking fool. She wouldn't have had no time to get on the mic. She would have took that mic, took that cord and wrapped it around somebody's neck and demanded answers for her son, y'all. This is getting out of hand. Nolan should have had more black females in his life because Keisha would have been calling, where my baby at? She would have been waiting by the water for Nolan to get back. Matter of fact, she would have been on the boat with Wyatt and all them, keeping a close eye on all them motherfuckers if he had a sister in his life. She would have been calling him every hour on the hour. What the fuck you mean you staying on Horn Island with Katie? You better bring your ass back. Oh, I'm just going to stay behind. It's not with a black woman in his life. He ain't staying no fucking where. He better get home for them greens get cold. That was his biggest problem. And still his biggest problem. You don't go chasing waterfalls. You stick to them thickies and them biggies that you used to. I know he said he gonna have it his way or no way at all. But when you chasing them waterfalls and you end up in that water, because you want to be with Wyatt and Brad and Bart and all these people, they all had King of the Hill names. That's how he know he fucked up. They should have never raised him in Mississippi. And how did she get to Mississippi? She lost in the motherfucker, man. She ain't even supposed to be there. Nolan should have been raised in Thailand somewhere. And now they done gave up the boy phone. Lord have mercy. Y'all gotta let me know what y'all think about this man, cause I'm over here confused as hell. I don't know what to think. I don't know what to believe. How could they drop the ball this bad when it come to their son?
Okay. So
Hold on, y'all gotta listen at this. Wait a minute. Look.
Some of you tagged me in this Nolan Wells Friends. Is there anything we can tell? Did they have anything to do with his disappearance? I'm body language expert and behavior analyst Tracy Brown. This is really a good one. Stay tuned for my analysis.
I mean, we loved him dearly. Yeah, Nolan was like a brother to us, and I can say without a doubt.
The fuck he smiling? Y'all seen that? He's smiling like something funny when he said that. Like, we loved him all right. To leave his ass on Horn Island, ain't that right, boys? Nolan's my buddy and everything, but he fucked up, man. Playing with the money, act like he don't know what's going on. Like, he fucked up, dude. I asked him, I said, Nolan, where's the work, man? You say you're gonna move the pounds. You don't have them. Like, what's going on? Where's my fucking money? I pick him up every day. I thought he was out there on the block. Like, what's going on? He wasn't over there by the farm. I'm like, Nolan, where the fuck you been? Where's my money, dude? My stepfather, man, came home. He was knee deep. Powder all over his face. I thought it was donuts. Came home, my father. They act like Nolan was living like Smokey on Friday out there, running from Big Worm. A couple of boats pull up, drive by. Look at this.
Nobody wants to know what happened to him more than we do. I mean, we want to know what.
I mean, Nolan was like a brother to all of us. I mean, we loved him dearly.
Nolan was like a brother to us, and I can say without a doubt, nobody wants to know what.
Okay, first thing, I've been teasing a very big announcement. It's coming Tuesday, August 18th. That's 2026. And so make sure you sign up for my newsletter to know about it first. All right, first thing here is that the reason I like this clip so much is that it's the kind of clip that we don't get a lot, because we don't have to look at the person talking all the time. We actually get the true reactions to the comment, and that's really the most important information if you want to know how people are really responding to any kind of situation, because they're going to feel more free and open, and like the spotlight's not on them, and so you're going to see more reactions at that point. Now, guy number one says we loved him dearly, and then he doesn't know what else to say. He looks to who I'm going to call guy number two for support. And after he gets this backup, we see him smile a little bit. And you wouldn't think that there should be a smile at that point. Is it a little bit of relief? Possibly, but there's something else going on here. Because when he thinks the camera's off him, at least when the spotlight is off him there, when he's not speaking, we see his mouth go to the side. And that's that oops sign there. That's the oops gesture. So he knows he screwed up, and he's really stressed about it, because we see his tongue roll around the inside of his mouth, and that is the sign of I got away with something. And his lips go really, really tight, so he's holding in.
Oh, she know her own. I wasn't able to pick up on that. She see that stuff every day in her life. The waitress forgot the bread. Oh. Rolling their tongue around in their mouth. They don't ate the damn bread. She knows what's going on. Nolan friends ain't right. But if his friends weren't right, do that mean that Nolan was a saint? How you gonna be friends with some grimy motherfuckers like that unless you was grimy too? Was he playing with deflated footballs? They need to check them footballs, man. Because they might have been deflated while he was scoring all them touchdowns. And the way his mother and his father moving, like they can't read or write and everything. And by no means would I ever try to disrespect his parents because they lost their son. But was Nolan helping with them bills? Was he a duffel bag boy? Cause he was a Rolling Stone. He wasn't living at home like that. And I get it, when you 18 years old and you grown, you done bossed up and you got friends and stuff. But what the business was, now don't get it twisted. I listen to 3-6 Mafia. North, 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 north. Them country boys be knee deep in that work. And Nolan was living with the plug. They said, old boy grandfather called the Coast Guard while they was still on the phone with S.A.T. And the Coast Guard said, yeah, I know his pappy. I just got off the phone with his ass. We ain't doing nothing until he called the shots. They could have been using Nolan. So when the police show up, y'all know who to arrest. And they was on their way to college 2 times as hard. Eggs cost $8 for a 12-pack. Okay, they contaminating all the meat. Got a recall on popsicles. And you got to have money out here, man, or else you're going to be eating literal feces. And what his parents did by handing over that phone, that's where they messed up. And I'm going to show y'all.
Has been based upon the time.
Hold on, wait a minute, y'all. Let me get this together real quick. Let me make sure everything is set up right. Can y'all hear me out there? Somebody let me know. Because if y'all can't hear me, then, I don't know what to do with the stream, man. I told y'all, when people don't leave comments, it automatically shut the live stream off. So I know it's people watching, but when y'all don't leave comments, my 8-track, I ain't even supposed to be live streaming on this thing. I upgraded from a record player. Now I got the 8-track. And if somebody hit that Cash App, maybe I could get a reliable desktop from Big Lots or something. So yeah, man, it's going to keep on shutting off unless we get likes and comments. And that's out of my control. That's up to y'all, because the news I was going to share with y'all had a little bit of nudity in it. So I guess y'all don't want to see that. Because they was getting horny out there on Horn Island. I got proof that a lot of other YouTubers don't have. People send me drone footage and stuff, but I ain't gonna be able to share it unless y'all able to share the video. So I'm just putting that out there. It's on y'all, man, because, I watch the stuff by myself. And we can leave it at that. Okay, I think it's rolling a little better now. Okay, let's get back into this. Y'all listening? Okay, here we go.
Did y'all catch this?
I want to say around 3:40, 4 o'clock, altercation had happened between one of my other friends, and checked on him for about 20 to 15 minutes. I came back, Nolan's boat and the people that he was with were gone.
Last time I personally laid eyes on Nolan was at like 3 o'clock, and he was, front of the boat with the girl.
From the first report, this entire investigation has been based upon the timeline that was given to us by Warren and his friends, and then was stamped and sealed by Judge Ashley Cole. But as we've all seen, those timelines have never worked. That's why they're so confusing, because those timelines were just trails to lead to their version of the truth. But after a month later and a lot of talking, there are more pieces to the puzzle, revealing a pivotal 30-minute window when Nolan disappears. This timeline is built upon reports given to us before Nolan was found, and also through all the interviews from Nolan's so-called friends. The major events are pre-fight, then the fight 1 and 2, leaving the island, and then when most of the young people have gone and left the island. This is key because multiple...
Okay, we about to get out of here. We ain't getting no participation whatsoever, you know what I'm saying? That's just the weirdest thing ever, you know what I'm saying? But for the people that did tune in, that hit the like button and left them comments, I really do appreciate y'all, man. Yo, we gonna be back with more Nolan Wells news. And depending on how the stream is going, then we'll get around to giving y'all the rest of that information, man. I want y'all to enjoy y'all night, and we gonna be back next time. Y'all fucked up. Don't look at me. That's on y'all. Don't know how to hit a like button or leave a comment. I don't know. Hey, I know half of the people that watch is 55, 60 and up. But y'all arthritis ain't that damn bad. But hey, it is what it is, man. Y'all, if you can find the like button with your old ass.
Oh my goodness.
Can you do that for me, please?
You know you want to, you might as well subscribe. You know you want to, you might as well subscribe. You know you want to, you might as well subscribe.